Okay, here's the review for Saw 6. Now, Saw 6 is obviously the sixth in the Saw series. Now, people obviously most smart people like me hate Saw. Now, I mean, I don't hate it. I love the first, the third, and I kind of like the second one. The fourth one and the fifth one, not so much. Actually, just recently seeing both of them again, 4 and 5, I have to say I should have said the fourth one was the worst because it's so fucking boring. At least the fifth one has a lot of gore. Okay, the fourth one it has some gore, but it's very dark and it's just freaking boring to be honest. I mean, I hate the fourth one. I really do. It's so freaking boring. The fifth one, at least it gets a little entertaining with the kills, okay? Fourth one, it just doesn't get entertaining at all. Okay? So, now, obviously, I love the third one. I like the second one, and I really like the first one. The first one obviously set a standard for these kind of torture movies. Now, the first one didn't have that much torture. The second one did, obviously, more. The first one didn't have that much torture, but when it did have torture, it was like, oh my god, sad face and all that stuff. So yeah, Saw is a definite classic series to most people. Now, I don't think any of the movies actually got over 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not even the first one. The first one's got like 45%. This one, Saw 6, got 42%. So it is almost the best in the series. Now, does that mean I like it more than Saw 3 and 1? Well, I can definitely tell you I like it more than Saw 2. Now, here's the surprising part. I love this movie. There you go. Now you're probably going, wait, aren't you supposed to go story, blah 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 blah? You know what? I like, it's good to do that, but for this one, I want to talk about what I like. Now the story, obviously, I can't freaking make sense of it. Neither can the filmmakers that make these movies. Even though this one has probably the best story, like it wraps up a lot. I mean, it wraps it all up pretty much. They could have left it alone if they added like a little part at the ending. If they added a little part at the ending, I'm not gonna say what it is, then they could have ended the series right there. But no, there's gonna be a Saw 7 and a Saw 8. I heard. Damn, there's a lot of Saws. I mean, I don't mind it after seeing this one. I love this one. I'll be honest, it's probably my second favorite. Saw 3 is my favorite because why it has so much gore and I actually like the main character. Not the well. I mean, I love Jigsaw. I love Tobin Bell, but I mean, I like the the guy that gets caught, and he's the main character and the one that gets caught. I love that character. In this one, I love this main character. He's pretty much a healthcare guy that goes, oh, you can't have healthcare, go away. So yeah, he's in here because pretty much Jigsaw is a little pissed because he denied him, so he's like, you know what, screw this. You know what, no, nah. So he brings him in here and makes him do all these traps and stuff, and he sees the employees for him, and he has to decide which ones live and which ones die, or he has to, help this one survive or something like that. And it's very, very tense, actually. I really was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Oh, I kind of like that character. Oh, he's dead. Oh, boo-hoo. Yeah, so it did get a little tense, and I actually liked the main character. I really did. Like I said before, I like that main character. I mean, I love Tobin Bell as Jigsaw. He is a menacing character, even though he's been dead for like 5 freaking movies. I mean, I hope I'm not spoiling that, but if you saw the third one, then you know he's dead. Sorry if that's somehow a spoiler. If you're watching this review, then you must have at least watched one freaking Saw movie. All right. If you saw the first and second one, then I guess I still am spoiling it. And if you saw the first one, then you probably wouldn't even know who Jigsaw really is, because in the first movie, I mean, they did mention his name a couple times, but he wasn't that big of a character in that. I mean, he was still starting out in the first one. Okay, so yeah. So sorry if I spoiled anything. Anyway, this movie, it has a good story. It ties everything up. I'm not gonna say who I like because all right, let's go to acting. Okay, I'll say who I like. This guy, I don't know his name, man. He pretty much takes over for Jigsaw. If you ever saw the fourth one, I forgot what it. Shit, what's his? You know what? I hate when I don't know someone's name. I always have to search it up because he plays the main character in this. I mean the real main character, the star of this movie. Because he took over for Jigsaw in the last one. I mean, he did take over for the fourth one, but he pretty much did everything in the fifth one. Okay, his name was Costas Mandylor. I think I'm saying that now. Alright, people say his acting's horrible. I actually think he's alright. He's not that bad. Uh, that's pretty much, I mean, of course, Tobin Bell's in this, barely. But Jigsaw character, he's definitely a classic villain now, and I thought he did great too. Costas Mandalore did good. Everybody else, I don't think so. Besides the guy that gets captured, his name's William. The guy name is Peter Outerbridge, the guy that plays the employee, not the employee. He's like the head of the company, pretty much. Yeah, he wasn't in many movies. He was in Lucky Number 11, which I actually really like, but he wasn't in many other movies. So yeah, I can't really say I don't know. I know who he is, but I mean, a lot of movies. The Saw series always gets people that are obscure. The most popular one, again, is probably Shauna Smith. Now I would say Tobin Bell because he's the main character. Shauna Smith isn't. She plays Amanda. She played Amanda in every single movie, even though she was dead for 3 freaking movies too. But they somehow bring her back too. Well, it's pretty much in flashbacks and stuff we never, like flashbacks and videos and stuff. Well, she doesn't come back. Jigsaw comes back in videos. But yeah. So, yeah, I like the acting also. Let's go on to what else? Violence, of course. The violence, now, it's definitely there. I mean, it's very gory. The beginning, I was like, damn. I was like, I don't want to ruin anything, but I mean, you have to really see it to go, wow. There's this guy cutting off his skin, okay? And you just see gut, I don't want to ruin it, really. But, I mean, you have to see it. So, I guess it doesn't matter if I ruin it. Anyway. The violence. I mean, come on, it's Saw, so the violence is always superb. All right, that's the best part in every Saw movie. So there you go. Even Saw 1, which had not that much violence. I mean, there was a scene where a guy gets his head blown off, not really blown off. It just gets caved in with a shotgun, so you just see like blood squirting out and stuff. So that was really gross. And of course, the infamous, sawing his own leg off and stuff. I think there was another gory part, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, the girl ripping his stomach. Some girl, Amanda in the movie, ripping his stomach in like so you could get the key and fiddling around with the guts. Even though it was shadowed, it was still freaking like wow. And you even see his guts a little bit, and you're like, ugh. So yeah, it was definitely an R-rated movie, but I mean, all the other ones obviously are much freaking gorier. I would say the second one isn't as gory as all the other ones, but freak man, 3 is probably one of the goriest movies I've ever seen. This one and 4 and 5 probably they're gory too, but the third one is the goriest I would say. And this one's probably second because there's a lot of gore, and when it's not a lot of gore, there's still like scenes where it's like, oh my god, that's disgusting, even though he's not ripping his guts out and stuff. So yeah, I like the movie. Sorry, I got cut off right there. So yeah, I like the movie. So you're probably going, why did you do this whole review without doing what you usually do? Go to story, blah blah blah. I think it worked out pretty good. Tell me if it didn't, then I'll probably do it over again or something. Well, I won't do it over. I'll do the rest of the Saw movies like that. But tell me if you liked it like this. I think I did pretty decent this time. I talked about everything, the story, blah blah blah. I can't obviously tell you anything about the story because I'm horrible at telling that. But whatever. Overall, I really liked the movie. I mean, it's definitely one of the best in the series. It definitely surprised me. I can't say I can't wait for the next movie, but when it comes, I'll definitely see it because the way they set up the story for the next movie, I have to admit, there's a lot of twists in this movie, obviously. So that means the next one's gonna have more twists, and then hopefully the last movie, the 8th one, will just make everything collide. So what I have to give this movie, I have to be honest, I have to give it an 8.2 out of 10. It's really, really good. Thank you, Kevin, I forgot your last name, the guy that directed it. Thank you. Thank you for making a great Saw movie. Alright, go see it. Definitely recommend it. Thank you and bye.